Hi, thanks for joining me today. This yoga basics video is going to focus on chair pose, Utkatasana. This is a great pose for strengthening through the legs, building strength in the legs and mobility and strength in the ankles and the knees. And depending on how you practice it, it can also work a little bit on the upper body depending on what you do with the arms. Great for equestrians because it kind of simulates the position our legs would be in if we were in a jump position for those of you who jump. And yeah, great strengthener for the legs. So basics of the pose first, and then we're going to put it in a little flow. So we start in a mountain pose. I'm actually going to turn sideways so you can see the alignment a little bit better. So feet are hip distance apart, lifting kneecaps up, lifting sternum, arms down by my side, neutral position for the spine. And then I'm going to bring my hands to my hips and I'm going to track my knees out over my second and third toe. So my knees aren't winging in or out, they're tracking straight, and the knees are a little bit forward of the ankles in this pose. And then you can bring the arms either shoulder height or up alongside the ears, or even keep your hands at your hips. So we have a neutral position for the spine. We're not over tipping and arching the pelvis. We're not rounding the spine. Sometimes we can do that movement in and out to warm up a little bit. But think of lengthening through the tailbone. So we're keeping this neutral position for the spine. Again, whether the arms are shoulder height or up alongside the ears. Gaze is forward. You can take the gaze a little up as long as you don't crank the neck back. So think of, you can look up a little bit and you make sure that you are breathing. So that is our basics for our chair pose. So we're going to start and do a little warm up and add that and some chair twist in our flow today. So starting in your mountain pose, so feet hip distance apart again. Think of lifting all the toes up off the mat, spread the toes, place the toes down. Inner arch of the foot lifts, kneecaps lift, sternum lifts. We find all this energy up through the front of the body. And then think of the shoulders relaxing down. Think of the tailbone lengthening. Again, we're not tucking the pelvis. We're just thinking of that tailbone lengthening down, energy down through the heels. And then inhale, float the arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, turn the palms down, float the arms down by your side. So we'll start with just a little warm up here for the arms in our sun breath. Inhale, arms floating all the way up. And again, connecting with the breath. And exhale, arms float back down. Good. Couple more times just like that. Inhale, arms floating all the way up. And exhale, the arms float down. Good. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Now this time, inhale, float the arms all the way up. Bring the palms together. You can gaze up a little bit or keep your gaze neutral. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down the midline of the body, bend the knees, fold all the way down to a standing forward bend. Knees can be bent here. In fact, generously bend the knees so we find this nice length in the lower back. And now inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the crown of the head. So find that nice neutral position for the spine, lowest ribs drawing towards the hips, crown of the head lengthening forward. And now bend your knees out over your toes. So different way to come into that chair pose this time. And then again, either bring the hands to the hips, drawing the shoulders back, or extend the arms shoulder height, or bring the arms up alongside the ears. Good. So make sure you're breathing here. And again, whatever variation, we're drawing that lower belly in, lowest ribs reaching down towards the hips, strengthen the legs. Make sure again your knees are tracking straight forward, not winging in or out. And notice if your weight is tipped forward into your toes or way back into your heels. See if you can find that even balance front to back. And then press into the feet, inhale, come all the way up. And then palms together, exhale, bring the hands to the heart. So we're going to go through that flow a couple times. So inhale, float the arms all the way up. Palms touch, exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down to that standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, nice length through the crown of the head. And then inhale, bend the knees, send the knees out over the toes. Bring those arms. Again, your variation here, the higher the arms, the more challenging the pose. Inhaling and exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper maybe. Inhale and exhale. Again, so we're working all of those joints, the ankle joint, the knee joint, strengthening the legs, the hip joint. Inhale and exhale, and then pressing into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. And then palms together. Exhale again, bring the hands to the heart. So we'll do that flow one more time. So inhale, arms float all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, bending the knees, fold all the way down to that standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway up, again, nice length through the crown of the head, through the spine, and then bending the knees, bring those arms to your variation of your chair pose. Inhale and exhale. Again, find that strength in the legs. Inhale and exhale. And then pressing into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, the hands to the heart. So we're going to do a little, hold that pose a little bit and do some arm variations so you can see how, you can work your upper body a little bit while you are strengthening the lower body in that chair pose. So once again, inhale, float the arms all the way up, palms together, exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, find your chair pose. So arms can be, again, up alongside the ears. You can bring the arms to a cactus pose, bending those elbows, draw the shoulder blades together. Inhaling and exhale. You can reach the arms down and back, again, opening up through the collarbones, palms facing forward. You can clasp the hands behind, drawing the shoulder blades together. Again, several variations here. And then releasing the hat, you can bring the arms forward, inhale, and then exhale, reach the arms back. And inhale, reach the arms forward. And exhale, reach the arms back. Good, a couple more times. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Good, one more time. This time, inhale, come all the way up. And then palms together. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. So again, little arm work added in there. And now for our chair twist. Let's bend the knees out over the toes. So we're just come into our chair twist with the hands at the heart. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your left hand to your sacrum, fingertips point towards the tailbone. Bring your right hand to the outside of the left knee. So we're not using our arm, this right arm, to leverage us into the twist. We're using our core muscles, our internal and external oblique muscles, to turn us to the left. And then this arm is just supporting that alignment. And you might find as you do this, we want to keep, again, the knees tracking forward. You might find that your right knee wants to track a little forward towards the toes. That's okay. Just make sure it doesn't drop in or wing out. Inhale and exhale. And then come back to center. Bring the palms together, sweep the arms all the way up. Find that extended mountain pose once again. And then bend the knees out over the toes. Bring the hands again to the heart. So we'll do that chair twist second side. So right hand now to the sacrum. Straighten the left arm outside the right knee. So think of pressing that right knee out into that left arm. Left hand, don't let the knee wing in. And then again, from your core, we're going to twist to the right. Shoulder blades draw back. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Again, maybe that left knee tracks a little forward of the right, but not winging in or out. And then inhale, come back to center, palms together. Come all the way up. And then palms to touch. Bring the hands back to the heart. Inhale. And exhale. You can close the eyes if you'd like. Just check in with how your body's feeling. And then as you're ready, gently let the eyes open. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that gave you a few tips and insights on about chair pose and how it can help you. Again, nice mobility here, helping with mobility in the hips and the knees and the ankles, and then building that strength in the legs. And again, as we add some movements for the upper body, a little strengthening for the upper body also. So do check out information in the info section below about my classes on Grey Horse Yoga, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and I hope to see you sometime soon in the saddle or on the mat. Thanks. Bye-bye.